Ladies and gentlemen, it is in fact my favorite time of the week. We have an amazing Nintendo eShop sale going on right now that has some great Switch games at some amazingly discounted prices, and you're not going to want to miss this, so let's go and get right into the video. So a few things before we start. There is legit a full-on hurricane going on right now. I have towels all in the window soaking up water. Every couple seconds you hear a big bang or you hear wind hit the window, so yeah, that's what's going on right there. And also, I said every eShop sale video from last week moving forward, I'm gonna give away eShop gift cards in those videos, but I didn't do that. And that's because I gave away 2 eShop gift cards. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting lately, and it really means the world to me. So if you want to have a chance to win an eShop gift card in one of these videos, all you have to do is be a subscriber and follow my Instagram. And whenever you follow my Instagram, just let me know that you came from YouTube so I don't send an eShop gift card to a random person. And yeah, I really do appreciate the support. So before we get into these amazing deals, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. And let's save some money on some great Switch games. The first game we're talking about today is Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. This is currently $2.99 and that is 90% off the full price. And anytime I get a chance to talk about this game being on sale for this cheap, I'm gonna talk about it. Because it feels criminal to have this game this cheap. Like sure, it's not the greatest game of all time, but it is a very solid adventure. There's 2 Yooka-Laylee games. The first one is a 3D game, and I think this one translates better. Like the gameplay feels more fluid and tighter, and I love the way the levels are designed. And you're only paying $3. Now let's talk about Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, and this is currently $9.99 and that is 67% off the full price. You will get to play all 14 episodes spanning the first 3 games in one gorgeous collection, solve the intrigue and mysteries behind each case, and witness the final truth for yourself. And any time that you can get a collection of games on sale, well, that's something to pay attention to. Especially when you're only paying $10 for 3 games. Ace Attorney is an amazing franchise, and it has stood the test of time for a great reason, so yeah, this is not a bad way to jump into this series. You know what, let's continue with the collections. I'm talking about BioShock the collection, and this is currently $9.99, and that is 80% off the full price. In this game you're getting all 3 BioShock games remastered. And you know, in case you've been living under a rock, these are 3 of the greatest video games of all time. I actually prefer the third one myself. It's one of my favorite gaming experiences I ever had on the Switch. It's also one of the best first-person shooters in my opinion. But you can't go wrong with any of the 3. So I would definitely pick this up, because you're getting 3 amazing games for $10. So you know what? Why don't we add another collection into this video? And I'm talking about Borderlands Legendary Collection, and this is currently $9.99 and that is 80% off the full price. Borderlands games are amazing. They're one of my favorite series of all time, and the cel-shaded art style is truly timeless and it looks so damn good on the Switch. In this collection you're getting Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the pre-sequel. And if we're being honest here, those are probably the 3 best Borderlands games of all time. Just in case you were wondering how long all of this could take you to play, there's like 180 hours of gaming right here, and you're only paying $10 for that. This is a no-brainer. Now let's talk about OKAMI HD, and this is currently $9.99 and that is 50% off the full price. OKAMI is a very special game, and it's one of my favorite gaming experiences of all time. Now I will be honest, I think part of that has to do with the nostalgia surrounding this game, because when I first played this game I had no idea what I was getting into. I probably borrowed it for one of my cousins or something when I was younger, and I loved every second of it. This is another game that truly stands the test of time, and it looks so freaking good on the Switch. You are a Japanese sun goddess who inhabits the legendary form of a white wolf. You get to use magical abilities, attacks, and celestial brush techniques to restore the land to its previous glory. And a cool feature in this game is you can play it widescreen, or you can do the original 4:3 aspect ratio, and that's probably the way I would recommend you play this game. Now let's talk about Yoku's Island Express, and this is currently $3.99 and that's 80% off the full price. This is such a charming game to play, because it's essentially just a classic Metroidvania, but the way you get around the levels is you have this really cool pinball mechanic, and it keeps the game super engaging and super fun. I've actually talked about this game in a bunch of previous videos, and I'm also making like a big indie game video coming up soon, and I'm talking about it in that video as well. But for the time being, just pick it up while it's this cheap. Another amazing game on sale right now is Undertale, and this is $9.89, and that's 34% off the full price. When Undertale first came out, it truly took over the entire world of gaming, and when I first seen it, I was like, okay, I mean, it looks kinda cool, but it just looks like a cute little pixelated game. Then I played it, and I kinda thought the same thing that I previously thought, but after a couple hours, I started to realize this was like nothing I had ever played before. This is one of the weirdest and strangest RPGs I have ever played, and I mean that in a good way. They really take simple gaming mechanics and change them up into something new entirely. I'm not really sure how they did it, but this is a must-play game. Now let's talk about Little Kitty Big City, and this is currently $18.74, and that is 25% off, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. Will you make your way home, or will you explore what the big city has to offer first? I mean, getting home is obviously your main priority, but first, it's time to explore. You get to explore the city at your own pace in an open world playground filled with surprises. Make friends with a colorful cast of chatty animals. Complete quests, help your animal friends, or do you cause total ruckus? It's all up to you. Another video I've always wanted to make, and I'll probably do it here in the next couple months while I still have the time, is the best cat games on the Switch, because there's so many gems to choose from, and this game is definitely going to make that video. Now let's talk about OlliOlli World. This is currently $9.89, and that is 67% off the full price. So I don't know what this game would be classified as. I think a 2D platformer, but the way you get around in this game is by skateboarding. And I've been skateboarding my entire life. I've played every single skateboarding game. This game has its own style of gameplay, and it does it really well. You want to get from the beginning to the end of the level as fast as you can, and the way you do that is by skating and doing grinds and doing tricks, but you also want to do really big tricks and get a bunch of points, and it is so damn addicting. There's 3 OlliOlli games. I believe this is the 3rd one, but you really can't go wrong with any of them. Now let's talk about We Love Katamari REROLL plus Royal Reverie, and this is currently $7.49, and that is 75% off the full price. Now that gaming has been popular for multiple decades, you kinda think you've seen everything. But every now and then, a new game or a new franchise will come along, and it shakes up everything. And that's what Katamari games do. They are so damn strange. You're a small ball, so you roll around and you pick up stuff and you become a bigger ball, and then you become so big you can start picking up houses and picking up buildings and cars. Then you become bigger than that and you're picking up planets. Some way they've turned a very simple gaming mechanic into something so damn fun. This is a game I would definitely pick up. Another amazing game that's on sale right now is Resident Evil 4, and it's currently $9.99, and that is 50% off the full price. In my humble opinion, Resident Evil 4 is the best Resident Evil game of all time, and a major reason why I say that is because it's one of the few Resident Evil games I've actually played. I'm not the biggest fan of horror games, but I knew Resident Evil 4 was regarded as one of the greatest games of all time, so I needed to check it out, and I did that earlier this year. And just playing it for a few seconds, you immediately realize why it's considered one of the greatest games of all time. Everything just makes sense. Everything just works well. And it's a game you don't want to put down because you always want to see what's going to happen next. So yeah, Resident Evil 4 is a game you should definitely be picking up. Another great game that's on sale right now is Oceanhorn: Monsters of the Uncharted Seas. This is currently $3.74, and that is 75% off the full price. So there's 2 Oceanhorn games. I enjoy both of them, and it's very easy to see that they are inspired by the Legend of Zelda games. The second one kind of reminds me of like a Breath of the Wild clone. This one is kind of a mixture of like Wind Waker and a Link's Awakening style of gameplay. And in my opinion, they really are solid adventures. This one isn't that long, probably around 10 hours, and I think that's the perfect length because it kind of shows you what these games are and what they're about, and it's easy to get into it. And then obviously if you like this one, you can go pick up the second one. Pretty much every other eShop sale, these games are on sale. So yeah, I would pick this one up, and if you like it, it's not a bad series to jump into. Now let's talk about Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, and this is currently $7.49, and that's 50% off, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. If you've been a fan of my channel for a while, you'll know that one of my favorite games of all time is Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. If I had to describe that game, I would say it's kind of like a Zelda clone, If I had to compare this to any other game series, I would say this one kind of plays like Hades. In this game, you need to rob a bank over and over, so it has this really fun gameplay loop. Like, you'll rob a bank, you'll get some money, and then the cops will come, so you'll run away, and you'll do that over and over, and then you'll figure out how to rob the bank better, and you'll get more abilities and power-ups, and you can hire people to rob the bank with you, and each time you get a little bit further in the bank. I would honestly recommend this game even for full price, but right now it's on sale, so I would definitely pick this one up. The last game we're talking about today is Thank Goodness You're Here, and this is currently $15.99. That's 20% off, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. And I'm actually surprised to see this on the eShop sale, because this game just came out like a month or two ago. Thank Goodness You're Here is a comedy platformer which unfolds over time as the player's exploration and antics leave their mark on the strange town of Barnsworth. With each completed odd job, new areas of the town open up, stranger and stranger tasks become available, and the clock ticks towards our salesman's big meeting. So, just looking at the gameplay and the graphics, you might think, okay, it's got some bright colors, a cute art style. This is probably a game that's more for children, but that actually couldn't be further from the truth. This is actually a pretty mature game, so just keep that in mind. It's not the longest game, probably around 3 hours, but it's a game you're going to want to play over and over to see all the possibilities and all the different directions you can take it. And yeah, I recommend this game 100%. So I'm not sure if you heard the storm outside. It's pretty crazy. I'll actually put footage of it on the screen right now. Like, I don't know if you can see out here, but I have towels covering both windows. There's water leaking everywhere. The Wi-Fi keeps going off and the power is flickering, but I'm still here to make sure I get this video done so you can save some money on some great Switch games. As always, in the comments below, let me know your thoughts and opinions. And remember, if you want to have the opportunity to win an eShop gift card, all you have to do is be a subscriber and be following me on Instagram. And then on Instagram, let me know you came from YouTube. And then yeah, you have the possibility to win an eShop gift card every single Saturday when I make these videos. If you guys have made it this far, thank you so much. And you guys know me, I will see you soon with a new video. Peace out.